remember the first time he did hit me, you know, it was really hard for me to realize it. And I thought just of the years in my past when I was a child, when my mother used to hit my brother so much. I got so sad, but I didn't say a word, just like when I was a child.
Because I've had an alcoholic husband. It was, you know what you go through with them.
I've been through so much, 4 rapes. I've been homeless 3 times. I've been adopted. I've been molested.
At one point, he actually did try to shoot me. He pulled out a gun, put it to my head.
I was raised in an environment where there was a lot of domestic disputes. So I learned growing up that that was one of the ways of dealing with my situations, was to act out violently.
I had so much pain. Down deep, it was buried through years of drugs and alcohol.
Well, you can't talk to your neighbor, you can't talk to your children, you know, about how you feel and what's going on inside of you.
Abusers take away your self-esteem. You have none.
It was more horrible for my kids than it was for me.
I never thought that could happen to me because I was really mad about violence.
I felt so alone. I felt so isolated. I felt so lost.
I literally was hopeless. I thought, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. I don't know how I'm gonna support myself. The fear. And then you come here and they tell you, don't worry, you can do it. You can do it. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna help you do it.
The Milwaukee Women's Center saves people's lives. I mean, not to overstate it, that's just something that's true.
I just finally had the courage to say enough is enough. I'm ready for a change, if not for me, for my kids.
Families in crisis are in some ways out of control. They need somebody to help them plan, to help them think forward. And when somebody is courageous enough to leave the violent home environment, they need somebody to take charge of them in terms of things like food and clothing and shelter. So it's a critical resource.
The Milwaukee Women's Center started in 1980 and has been working very, very hard all of these years. I'm just amazed every day at what staff do here and how far they go to try to serve people.
The most gratifying part of my job is to see that families are safe, that their children are safe, that we're able to educate women and families as well as men on what healthy relationships can be.
In a place like the Milwaukee Women's Center, it taught me that it's another way out. You don't have to use violence to solve a problem.
You feel safe.
And the assistance that they offer is amazing. I never would have made it without this place.
We can provide them all types of resources, housing, protective pay, shelter, crisis intervention. We try our best to provide all the services that can help them live a safe life in the future.
And my kids, they appreciate everything because from the clothes to the shoes to the diapers. They wouldn't have what they have now if it wasn't from the Milwaukee Women's Center.
Domestic violence is an issue in Milwaukee that cuts across all areas of the city, goes into the suburbs, focuses on all income levels. There is nobody that is immune to this issue.
If we can prevent child abuse and domestic violence being passed on from one generation to the next, we'll give hope to families that have been characterized perhaps by generations of violence.
I think this place, Milwaukee Women's Center, because it opened the doors for me. It opened a window I can look through, you know, and say, hey, I'm alive.
I hope and I pray that they never lose the Milwaukee Women's Center.
Our community is much stronger with the Women's Center as a part of it.
The Milwaukee Women's Center is a great place to change your life and become the woman that you want to be.
I have overcome so many things. I am a fighter.
We will help our young to teach them that there is a better way.
I believe in strength I believe in hope, and that's what Milwaukee Women's Center have given me.